Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Sir Oreo here. I have hijacked the Peace Stealers station. I felt it would be more fitting for me to really talk about this, given that this is a very monumental transit that's happening right now. I felt someone monumental like myself should pretty much, take over. Don't worry, the Peace Dealer will be back for the live readings, but show Sir Oreo some love, because we know deep at heart Sir Oreo is really way better than the Peace Dealer. I don't want to make this a competition or anything. The Peace Dealer's my brother. You could say he's me in a way, but I just want to establish that first and foremost, I'm hijacking his station. Okay. He wanted to talk about this, and I said, no, I'm going to talk about this right now. This is some of the most fascinating astrology I've ever seen in my entire life, ever in my life. First of all, I want to say thank you, opening this with gratitude, because I'm just so grateful, really, to even be here. Episode 3 of Real Rap Recitals is coming out. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. If you guys are excited about me also reading books, comment fire sign emojis. I might experiment with doing actual book readings as well. But other than that, I really just want to congratulate you for even making it this far. Something that may have sounded like a joke at first, but people are dying left and right out here. So if you've made it alive, if you've made it, welcome to the gauntlet. Welcome to the second gauntlet. This is the official first gauntlet that we're going through. The first of many gauntlets. A gauntlet I am referring to as the transit of the moon. The transit of the moon past Capricorn. As the moon transits past Capricorn, are going to hit points through every zodiac sign until Cancer. A gauntlet of epic proportions. You had one last month. It almost knocked you off. But this one is the one that's going to test your character. One question. What would you do with too much power? Would too much power corrupt you? Or will it help you reach your goals as you've always been meant to? This is what you're being tested on right now. Every single transit leading up to the new moon in Taurus is so legendary that you are literally on the precipice of stepping into a unique flow state where you can have many accents at once and they just magically sound like different accents and no one says anything because it's not weird. But in all seriousness, you are literally on the verge of an inner revolution of your soul. So epic and so revolutionary that in a few short hours, you are set to manifest the inner awakening of your inner being that is occurring from your own DNA. You're stepping into the heat of the battlefield with science and knowledge. In other words, if your power was a vehicle, in a few short hours, you're about to be handed the key to that bad boy, so that as you go through the gauntlet, you can beta test superpowers for real. This is an emergency because you must decide now and forever. Are you gang? Are you really gang? Or are you not gang? This is not so much black and white as much as it is life or death. Because if you think Pluto will not kill you out in these streets, just look around. Just look at the news. We are stepping into the revolution of our lifetime, televised or not. Who you decide to be through these times will determine everything. The fate of the world, the fate of the universe itself depends on this. We are going to have a balsamic phase with the moon in Aries, while the sun is on Uranus. This is ethering an old identification as a being blind to your true potential. You are ready to maximize your productivity. What if I told you that in a few short hours, you could do in one day what it usually takes you 2 weeks to do? It would probably change your entire life. And this is bridging all the power that you have within. I tell you, I don't know what the peace dealer thinks, but this is some of the most incredible astrology I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. In my entire lives, really. All right, let's get it. If you are here right now, you are part of some of the most revolutionary times ever known in mankind. You're redefining what it means to be you in an era where this used to be defined for you. And you'll remember these times forever and ever 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 and ever. Congratulations. 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 Okay? We are about to conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. It almost makes me want to cry. We finally made it. The last time this happened, the sun was in Pisces. We're ending a bad season series. It was like Game of Thrones. It started out amazing, and then it just turned to shit. And we were just all salty about it. But we're starting something new. This is the gauntlet, real and true. You're a part of this. You're a part of this. This is like Hunger Games mixed with Rocco's Modern Life, mixed with Game of Thrones, mixed with every show you've ever loved and hated at the same time for no reason. But there's one unique element that's being introduced into the smorgasbord of realities. And that unique element is you. What are you going to do? Who are you going to do? Why are you going to do? And as the moon is in Capricorn, you must decide now, when are you going to do? You know what it is you have to do. And the moon on Capricorn is going on Saturn in Aquarius to provide the science, the light. If Saturn wasn't here, you would be moving forward with the daringness of a warrior, with no idea where the hell that warrior is going. Certain doom. But with this science to light a path, you're going to be able in such incredible ways to maximize your efforts and your ability to get shit done like a goddamn boss. Are you ready? You've been waiting for this your entire life. Your entire life. You've been waiting to change the game. This revolution starts with you, ladies and gentlemen. I knew that I wasn't some side character, that the peace dealer was just going to mainstream. I knew I had to hijack this right now and show him who's the real sage here. He calls you a lightning sage. He's just an air mage. He is not Sir Oreo. I fight the spiritual battles in his stead. I became a sir. He did not take those steps. And I am here to tell you that this awakening is real, but this evolution is realer. This is my natural hair. I'm offended that you called it a wig. I was born with this hair. Even though earlier I've openly admitted this was a wig. What's very important though is your attitude about this awakening. You're going to have to introduce radical concepts to your inner being that you will never be used to. It's like being introduced to the fact that the boogeyman exists, and then you realize the boogeyman wants to smoke weed with you. And it's like, wow, I thought you were supposed to be a ferocious monster, and you're very scary, but you're kind of cool, but you're still very scary. And I don't know how to really make sense of this. I was taught that I would never be able to do things that I'm clearly doing right now, and it just doesn't make sense to me. And now I wonder, is it even ever supposed to ever make sense in the first place? And you have no need to figure these out, my friends. You just really want to go with the flow, especially as the moon will enter Pisces. But I need to say this one more again, because the moon is going to conjunct Saturn tomorrow, and then it is going to conjunct Mars. You're going to gain the science of true knowledge, and then you're going to go. You're going to go with it. You're going to enter into battle. You're going to engage. All those petty people talking smack, you have something for them because you know now, and they know too, and they're going to come for you as well. And I don't want to say this like it's a bad thing, but it is what it is. All right. And before things become way too strange for you to ever make sense of, when the moon conjuncts Neptune, I want to say one more time, the moon is less than 6 hours away from humping over the Lord of Karma in Aquarius. You know, Aquarius is out here, aliens. I'm not really sure if you're prepared or understanding of what we're about to do. See, the sun was in Pisces before when this happened. So Saturn was still in Capricorn. It was still not really cleared to do things with this vehicle that would shock you into oblivion. But now the sun is in Aries, and we know behind every master evil mind Aquarius, there is an Aries that is an accomplice that you would never expect, but you really knew all along. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. This awakening is brought to you and by you by the miraculous humping of the moon over Saturn. All right? You have awakened and evolved raw potential, real time. And what is fleshing this into reality right now is the 25-degree square of the sun current in Aries with Jupiter in Capricorn. I want you to really think of a seed that you have planted January of 2020. You are now on the precipice of fully manifesting that bad boy or bad girl. Because in July, we're going to come into the second chapter, technically third, of this experience as the sun is going to oppose a retrograding Jupiter and Pluto in Cancer. It is going to be the worst, best experience of your life. But before then, you are at the precipice. You're at the square. You're opening the doorway towards success. Your actions moving forward. Your actions moving forward. Do you understand me? This is a revolutionary period. About a year ago at this time, Uranus was in this position, and now it has evolved just like you have evolved. And you are ready to put the thrusters and put the rocket. My friend, in January 2020, you built a rocket ship, but you knew that rocket ship wouldn't fly itself, and that didn't stop you. And now you're at the precipice. You are ready. You are ready to make history right now. You are ready to fly that rocket ship. You made the rocket ship, the revolutionary rocket ship. People told you you couldn't fly that rocket ship. People had the nerve People have the nerve to say you might die flying that rocket ship that's going to make you achieve so much wonders. And you created it. And now you have the fuel. You are at present ready to launch this rocket. And you know that rocket is going to reach its destination. It will reach its destination in July. And when it reaches its destination in July, you're going to make contact in October. You're going to make contact with life in October. But that all started in January. You had to believe that you can make that arc, that you can make that rocket, that you can achieve anything you set out to believe. Because you have to believe it. And you believed it. Well, you are ready to fly this rocket, and it's squaring Pluto, so you might die. But did that ever stop you before? I like you. You're ready to achieve and make history. It's going to be weird as all hell, but it's going to be amazing as some of heaven, because some of heaven is not amazing as you would think. There's a lot of propaganda. Anyway, this is just amazing. You want to think of the moon going into Aquarius as the control center, getting ready for blast off. We need to get all the logistics correct and right first and foremost before we launch you up in the space. God knows where you're going. You have to know where you're going if you're going anywhere. And that knowledge is going to come from Aquarius. You're going to know where you're going before you go, because we don't want you to die, really. We want you to discover for us. And so before you press that launch button when the moon is in Aries, I want you to think of how very spectacular this balsamic phase is. The moon will be in Aries as the sun is conjunct Uranus in Taurus. You will be pressing that button into a new reality. You'll be launching yourself into hyperspace. And the you who you are before you press that button versus the you who you are after you press that button are two very different people. One is full of wonder, getting ready to change their life, and the other has done what no one else has done. This is the balsamic phase that we're getting ready to enter into, similar to someone who has manifested a new state of being, someone who has used a superpower for the first time ever in their life. It is going down, ladies and gentlemen. And I need you to understand that only you can stop wild forest fires and save money on car insurance by switching to Geico. I currently use Geico myself, even though they're charging me an arm and leg, but they actually were able to help me. And so only you can really be you. Did you think that you had to understand so many things to do all this complex shit? All you have to do is be yourself. All you have to do is be you. No, really, it's crazy. All you have to do is be yourself. Actually, if you're not yourself in certain situations, you will die. If you do things that you wouldn't normally do, you're going to die. It's crazy. And I don't say that to fear you. You sense this intensity right now at this very moment. This is doubling down and getting you into the core of who you are. Because if there's one thing you're not, it's a failure. Your every breath is an incarnation and manifestation of victory. It took you everything to get here right now. And I just want to thank you for sharing this moment with me, because there's nothing more magical than this special space right now in between the moon's transit of Jupiter and Saturn. Right now, Jupiter and Saturn are transiting the moon. This is the final space before blast off. Right now, you are on a roller coaster. And if it feels like this, comment an exclamation mark. But right now, it should feel like you're on a roller coaster on the edge of the world. And you're getting ready to go on the greatest universal ride of your entire life. But first, you're going to get a brochure and a map so you know exactly what's going on. And it's going to be extraordinary. Extraordinarily crazy and potentially dangerous, but you wouldn't know that until later. And I was wrong. Actually, the moon's transit in Pisces a few days after this is going to be brought on super magical, because now you're in the balsamic phase in the dark territory. So you'll have literally infinite space and a pocket dimension of your own to do anything you could ever want. Does that sound weird? When the moon is in Pisces, you're going to be levitating. The moon's transit in Aquarius is going to transform the dynamic between epistemology itself. Why you know what you know is not really known until you know what you really know, and that only comes from knowing what you know because of why you know it. And that's about to be known in a totally different way, so that what you know isn't what you know until you realized you've always known it. And then the moon is going to move in Pisces and transcend your whole existence. Anyway, my friends, we made it. If you're here right now, you made it. This was a test and you passed. Well, technically you passed once it goes through Saturn. So don't do anything crazy in this range. This is still a dark territory, but it's still a dark territory. But everything after Saturn, you're straight on. You're straight. You can still get whacked off now, but you will make it. If you're here, you made it. If you're here right now, you made it. Later, we'll go in Aquarius, and then Saturn will be like, all right, this is the time where I tell you that you've actually had assassins after you this whole time. We didn't want to tell you before because you would be so afraid if we told you had hired guns after you, but we were protecting you. You have angels and spirit guides. Now it's important you know, because you're going to address them now, because we're coming into a boss battle where you actually now inherit our power. But now you should know that, the demons possessing and the dark forces that you were hearing telepathically are actually real, and the psychological influence that was actually behind the veil is not really there because it's thinning. And, now you should know this was happening and you made it, and congratulations. And please don't get mad that we didn't tell you earlier, because we didn't want you to get to TED, because you knew this stuff and you already felt it. And here's a confirmation. So, needless to say, you're going to have a couple montages, but this gauntlet is going to be one to remember. Every other gauntlet before, or rather, every other gauntlet we have after this one will kind of just seem procedure. You'll know what to expect. But this one is the first one. It's like entering a magical reality that you never really knew was real, like you thought it was real. And you enter and it's instantly cringy. It's instantly awkward as hell. But that awkwardness is actually the best part of it. Not really, but really. But other than that, and the reason why it's cringy here is it's an immediate square to Uranus and Taurus before anybody really knows what's happening. Have you ever come into new knowledge before anybody really knows what's happening? And then someone thinks they know what's happening, and then they try and say what it is, and then everyone finds out what it really is, and then that person just looks like a retard, or just look really stupid. This look really dumb. This look really dumb. And just look really dumb. It's really crazy. You really want to be careful. It's unavoidable at this point, but that's what we're headed into. This incredible potential that has recently expanded. If we think that in the past few hours, the energy that was in the moon has awakened, and then it went over Jupiter, and then it expanded, and then it squared with Aries, is about to manifest as new knowledge and science in Aquarius. We finally made it, ladies and gentlemen. It is a long time coming. It's a long time coming. I swear to God, I did not pre-plan this. But could I really make this up? This card represents Saturn, and this is the moon. This is the moon getting ready to hump over Saturn, all right? As it squares Uranus. This is so revolutionary. This is understanding what you understand in a new way to understand, because you've understood what you've known the whole time. The whole time. The whole time. Even when you did not know, you knew. What does that make you? That makes you a genius. You thought you were the greatest. You're actually a genius. It's incredible. It's incredible. Do you know what you did this morning? Because I know what you did last summer. Damn, I just feel weird right now because anyone born after like 2000 has no idea what that reference is. But it's all good. What I'll say before we step into the live readings, you have a superpower. But did you know your superpower has a superpower? Your superpower has a superpower. You're like Zaraka Kenpachi. His Bankai has a Shikai. Your superpower has a superpower. My girlfriend has a girlfriend. It's ridiculous. Your superpower has a superpower. I am going to leave you with that. You're the most amazing being ever in existence. And there's a science behind that. And so before you uncover that science as unique and personal to you, which is the principle we're operating in here, uniqueness, just understand you did that. And also understand it is time. It is finally time. If there was any mantra you want to say leading into the next day, it is as follows. I just saved a bunch of money by switching to car insurance. It is time. It was clearly time. It is time. It is time. Timeline jumping for real tonight. Oh, and some of you might get abducted by aliens, but I'm not really allowed to say anything else because the Galactic Federation will kill me. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The next episode is coming soon. Real Rap Recitals episode 3 is coming soon. She take my money when I'm in need. Yes, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger way over town that digs on me. Now, I ain't saying she a broke. I ain't saying she a gold digger. But she ain't messing with no, oh, you stay tuned. Episode 3. I'm going to go fetch the peace dealer here. What's up, guys? What it do? Man, with Sir Oreo talking shit again, I swear, Sir Oreo just loves to talk shit in a British accent, like he's cool or something. But thank you, Sir Oreo, for that stunning synopsis. It was a it was so hard. High as fuck you are. It was so hard not to laugh with some of the stuff y'all were saying. You have no idea. I'm just gonna say that right now. All right. Not like I was here. I just meant like observing Sir Oreo do his thing. But yeah. I'm going to blueberry milk. I'm so honored that this is your first time. What are the odds that Sir Oreo would be your doorway into the Peace Dealer? Thank you very much. I'm very honored. The Sir Oreo podcast coming soon. Yes. Oh shit. Oh, the Sir Oreo podcast. Thank you so much, Alan. That was an amazing idea. Y'all ain't playing with this live reading. Damn. Let's get it. The Sir Oreo podcast. I'm writing that down right now. Oh. All right. Yep. AB, when you said that, I had the same feeling. I didn't even know how to make sense of it, and then you commented that. So thank you. It just felt like resonance. I don't know if anyone else felt that like resonance with everything else, but yeah, just you definitely want to embrace for the rest of for the next 12 hours that you are coming into completion of this activation in this stage of your development. Oreo necklace. So once again, that shift into Aquarius is gonna be like, it's gonna be like, whoa, like I know now. Wow. And that's cool. You'll be downloading science. You'll be viewing science you've downloaded, and then you'll be applying it instantly. And I do want to purport this is something you've never done before. It's something you've done unconsciously, but now you're going to do consciously. I hope that makes sense to you. Anyway, I'm going to pull. Oh my God. Coconut. I'm going to I'm gonna pull 2 cards for you, but I'm also picking up. Sorry, I want to address a question. Is it normal that the universe is testing me, like sending F-boys? This period right now is 1000% a test. this is a complete testing phase right now. That until the 21st will complete, and you have that boss battle. So I think that's important you said, and the square is activating. So other than that, the first card that I'm gonna pull is the aspect of your superpower that is awakening now for you, that you're going to come into knowledge of tomorrow, if not now. And the next card I pull is going to be what is assisting you. Yeah, Brianda, it's all a test. If you feel it's a test moon, it is Saturn. I got you, Laura. Boom. Oh. This is so beautiful. Okay. So we're going to say this is the aspect of your superpower that's awakening, and this is what is supporting you. So the Page of Wands is like, it's not like Doctor Strange coming into his power. Doctor Strange would be more the King of Swords, King of Cups. He was more an elder. Colby, yes. And it, TLDR, we're manifesting it through a relevant soulmate. But once again, like the wand here, this wand here is youthful. So whereas Doctor Strange was more in his middle age, Peter Parker was a young child when he awakened or activated his power. This is literally you activating your power. I want you to think of realizing that you can harness chi in your hand for the first time ever. Or maybe you've done it before, but now like, oh my God, I'm really good at this now. Like, oh shit, I just did that. So if you think about a lot of how the mechanism of this works, it's based off of how you feel in some cases. There's a soulmate, relevant soulmate, that manifests feelings of nostalgia. The intuition I gained is perhaps someone who you were involved with around 2012, 2010 to 2012, or this could be someone you went to high school with. This does not have to be romantic. And this is for you, by the way. These cards that I'm drawing are for you watching this. So from now, over the next 6 to 12 hours, you are literally, this card is supposed to represent what you're activating right now. What aspect of your power do you want to focus on? You just got handed the keys to a new car. This is breakthrough. You just got handed the keys to a brand new car, and it's the dopest supernatural car ever, right? This Six of Cups is who is riding passenger seat with you, because you're about to connect with a soulmate who's riding passenger seat, and it's going to be so fun. So like the Six of Cups is restoring old feelings that will resolve childhood emotions you've had. Let's assume that certain energy is stuck because you had some trauma as a child, or you had some trauma a few years ago. You're going to attract a soulmate who evokes that same energy so that you can resolve it. But this is someone cool. This is someone who, when they're in your presence, you feel comfortable. Like, oh, it's not, see, this isn't the Lovers. This isn't the Devil card. So you're not going to feel horny. You're not going to have lust. You're going to feel really comfortable around them. You're going to feel like you can trust them. This is a pure connection. Sun and Scorpio. So this is lit. This is so lit. This is literally like on the precipice of a new adventure. Page of Wands, an analogy for the Page of Wands is making fire come out your hand for the first time. Like up until now, you've read about it in books, and you've had like close instances where like your hand was warm, but like you're focusing and then like, how excited would you be? You would be the Page of Wands. Oh my God, look at what's under the Page of Wands. Well, your sensei saw you do it. The fire-bending master is going to take you under his wing. Ooh, and it's going down. But like, this is you tonight. Like up until now, it's not like you haven't done it before. Up until now, when you were unconscious, maybe one time you got angry and you're like, oh, what? But now you're just like, oh. And it's you got it down to a science now. And the reason for that is because of Pluto and Jupiter. That kind of through a catalyst, boop, boop, boop. This is it, y'all. This is lit. This is dope. Yo, that soulmate connection is going to hit right. Okay. Because just like you're going through that, you're also passenger seat in that person's vehicle too. So it's going to be so soothing. Because before you get into the higher mechanics of like doing what you can do, you're having to really set up first this more smooth, you're going back to the basics. You're going back to the basics. And those basics are going to be so good. It's going to feel so amazing. I really do feel it's like 2012. And the reason why I say that is because 2010 and 2012 was when the South Node was in Gemini. So now that the North Node is back in the Gemini, it's bringing back that energy. Oh. Find the blessing in the current situation and follow your heart. Right now, Venus is in Gemini. So Venus is leading the pack. And nurture yourself. And as Venus is leading the pack, this is allowing you to follow your heart. Exactly where you need to go. Really, you're following your heart into an interdimensional space-time portal. But I'm not really allowed to say it like that because, once again, the galactic feds be tripping, man. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and start with the super chat. Once again, this miraculous time right now is sponsored by Chiron, because it's not a coincidence that while the moon is conjunct Uranus, while the moon is conjunct Pluto and Jupiter, Mercury is conjunct Chiron. So if you would like, let's all make a group intention right now that we have close to 300 people watching. It's going to trigger something quite instantly. In fact, so if you came right at the end, perfect. It was really just for this. I just pulled a result card for this ritual we're going to do now, and it's awakening. So here's what we're going to do. Now that we're all connected and focused and watching, we're going to connect our energy, and we're going to draw on Pluto, draw on Jupiter, and then we're going to collectively manifest a miracle. You could say, I pray for a miracle, I manifest a miracle, we create a miracle. The reason why we got Judgment and Page of Wands is, well, the power of numbers. 285 plus people focusing in on one broadcast stream, setting the same intention with energy this volatile is going to manifest a miracle collectively and individually for us, not later, instantly. I would say as we're doing it, and literally once the broadcast ends, like as soon as the broadcast ends, boop. So we're gonna do this. Here is the caveat. Open your mind to what the miracle will be. So it doesn't have to be something specific. Just set the intention to manifest a miracle as we unlock and awaken our greatest power. Unlock and awaken is basically as we Pluto conjunct Jupiter, unlock and awaken in Capricorn, our greatest power, boom, miracle. And once again, like because we have close to 300 people doing this right now, because of the planets, that's why it just has to be as simple as setting the intention. Sun in Aries, that's the square. But first of all, that's how powerful we are. That's what's up. So second of all, we got the Judgment card. So if you're ready to awaken, this is a collective thunderbolt that we are stimulating with the friction of our intention. So yeah, I would like for you right now to focus your mind and intent. Breathe in the energy of Pluto and Jupiter. Feel it. Feel yourself as the moon vessel. Breathing in Pluto and Jupiter. So you're breathing it in with the moon and Cap. And then when we manifest that miracle, our expression is Sun and Aries. We're breathing it in with the moon, and then we're saying it with the sun. And that's what's going to make it bloop. All right. So this is where when you say, I manifest a miracle, you have to say it in your own unique way. Venus and Gemini is expressing it. So we're all going to say it in our own unique way. And before we say it in our own unique way, we'll count to 10. We'll breathe in and count to 10. So I want you to feel your energy connecting with the rest of us. Or you can just connect with me, because I'm a focal point anyway, and that will be doing the same thing. And now we're going to breathe in this energy 10 times. Breathe it in, breathe out gratitude. When you're breathing it in, it's like you're breathing in the awakening energy. And then after the 10th exhale, you're going to say your magic word. I'm going to say something to the effects of, we now manifest this miraculous awakening in our lives. Is it just me, or did you just feel that energy surge right now? This is kind of intense. All right, let us start. We're going to start from breath number 1. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We now unlock, activate, awaken, evolve, and manifest our miraculous evolution and ascension. Manifest unlimited miracles in our worlds, minds, hearts, and souls, to infinity and beyond. Ashe. And so it is. We did it, y'all. We did it again. So, only thing I feel called to say other than this, we did get the Judgment card and the Page of Wands. Thank you, Blueberry Milk. Honored to have you. Join the fam. The moon is going to travel to 29 degrees as we end today. And if you think about 2009, all the major revelations and realizations about who you are and what you've been awakening is coming into completion. You're going to come into a revelation of all of this. And this revelation is going to change your entire life and set you to embark on a magical adventure of epic proportions. What we did just now was expedite that process. And we shared Saturn some ridiculously amazing juju that once we end this broadcast, will be shared back to you instantly. If Saturn was in Capricorn, it would take, each second would compound because Capricorn rules time, and it would come to a peak and manifest. But Saturn's in Aquarius. So once this broadcast ends, the energy will disperse. And because it's square Uranus and Taurus, this is going to hit you like a thunderbolt, like a lightning bolt. But I like to say thunderbolt because it sounds cooler. But it's going to hit you like lightning. and what's hitting you is the collective energy that we just created. So brace for impact as I will do the readings. One thing I want to say, if you want to stick around for the readings I'm going to do, every single card I pull will apply to you too. Because we just connected our energy, the readings that I'm going to read for people are going to be accurate to them, but it's also going to be accurate to you too. So especially if you have Pisces energy, you know, some of y'all can listen in on readings because at some sense it's talking to you as well. So just something to keep in mind. I don't think we have that much. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I see one on PayPal. So let's do it. Oh, it's 11:11 walking through that gateway. Oh, Maxine Farias. These cards I'm going to be pulling are also going to indicate what aspect of your powers is coming through. So Maxine, we got the World. Liberation. You are manifesting power right now that's going to free you out of everything. This is like making a song in a crummy Motel 6 room and you have $2 left to your name. And the song you made goes viral, and within 6 months, you have millions, if not billions of dollars. I guess if you want to be realistic, say millions, but that's what you're manifesting. So that's amazing. Which means you're clearly super powerful. Yep, spiritual law of attraction. I just kind of don't want to underemphasize. This is huge, Maxine. You're manifesting the big fish. You are this, but this is a completion, kind of like having a Saturn return. But that's how big this is. It's like, it doesn't mean that you had to be in dire straits before, but that's the liberation you are creating. So awesome. Let's get into we did the PayPal first. Let's get into the super chat. Kayla McCarthy. Abraham Hickory smoked bacon. Kayla McCarthy. We have the King of Cups. And I also have this with the moon. So please let me know if this makes sense to you, because I feel this deep with my soul. This is talking about your soul has an apparition of this like older gentlemanly man that's like the avatar of your soul and might even be like an imaginary friend, or it's not a spirit guide as much as it is an aspect of you. Like some people, when they listen to their thoughts, they hear like their own thoughts. Well, you actually see like an elderly man that's kind of like your soul. It's you though, but it's like you in an older gentlemanly form, which is not weird as much as it is fucking awesome. So yeah, it's like the Scorpio version of you, and it's going to be leading you down. Your psychic power is so much that your superpower has a superpower. Like you literally need a whole avatar to guide you through it because it's too much for you to experience on your own. So you're about to go into an inner adventure. That's amazing. It might have appeared to you as someone. So it might have appeared to you as someone different, just so because you might not have believed it, but it's you. It's literally you. It's like an aspect of you. Oh my God, you're Scorpio sun too. It is you. Oh my God, that's crazy. It doesn't even have to be a man, but I really feel like this might kind of play out like that. But that's crazy. Thank you for. Oh, and you're a Pisces moon, and the moon card is Pisces. Holy shit. Okay, that was amazing. Rebecca Resser. This is actually amazing, Rebecca, because your natal chart is that square. Um, your natal chart literally is that square. It's Aries Sun Cap Moon. So you want to really think of this as you literally being the collective energy. It's like the energies aligning, and because you are the energy too, you get to manifest everything around it. Um, an analogy I want to think of is like if there was a transmutation circle that was made over the city and there was just one missing ingredient, because you have the sun and moon of like today and right now, it's like you're the key. Like you can unlock it. No one else it will work with, but you have it, it will react and respond to you. So that's also really cool. Um, Yep, the Hierophant. This is like a banking institution or more so status quo, but it's very Taurus energy. You are kind of reestablishing slash redefining status quo, and it's like coming into higher status and industry. So it's like the difference between having a mentor and fully becoming a mentor too. Even though the Hierophant isn't traditionally a wealth card, that is brimming with wealth. It's more so in an indirect sense where, okay, of course, this person's like the Pope, so of course they would have wealth. That's also what I'm picking up for you as well. Clear your shield and energy. This could even be like a course you teach and or take about energy clearing and shielding and like advanced science around that. That's not really more wooey, but like quantifiable and like legit, like super legit, and lots of money. Anthony Monegro. You know what, Anthony? Both of these cards wanted to come out. So I'm going to take that. Okay. So, Anthony, this could be both ways. You can let me know if you're the king or the page. Both are cool. It could be both though. You could be this you could be this king and like your son just awakened his powers. And now it's like, oh, I must train this young Padawan in the ways of the Jedi and the Force. Or you personally might have just awakened the Force and now you're this king could be a higher aspect of yourself. It could be an actual mentor, but now I'm thinking you manifest your power and then that manifests the extra portion of your power that's too much to control, especially if you're a firebender, manifests itself as a mentor to teach you to master it. Oh my God, your superpower is a superpower. That's lit. But I feel like you might actually be the king, and then the page is like your inner child as well. So that's what's up. Amanda Love manifested. Wait a minute. Okay. Amanda Love manifested. We do have the Knight of Wands, especially if we put this with the Judgment card. Oh, my heart just felt really warm right now. Amanda, it's like you're going to lead the way to revival, because I see you as getting awakened. This is a card of Sagittarius, but Amanda, it's literally like you awaken this fire and your first instinct is, I need to spread this with the world. Like I need to share this with everybody else. And the awakening that you got, you're just dosing people. Like you have the bat in here and you're just awakening and just inspiring people, inspiring people, inspiring people. So that's beautiful. That's super beautiful. Wow. What up, George? Happy time. Wait. Happy times. Aries sun, Pisces moon. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I already just put out that sugarcoat and tarot reading. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I don't want this to sound like I'm sugarcoating anything here, okay? But your mind is about to be completely blown. This is a completion of thought. You're fucked. You're fucked. It's over for you now. Your mind is about to be completely blown. And it's about to be so blown. Something that you thought was a certain way, you're gonna realize you were completely wrong. Like it's not at all. Okay. And this is going to like really change the way you think about everything. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna say for you. No, no, I'm not hiding behind the card, Melissa. All right. I I'm just I'm just I'm just, making sure. Oh my God. Happy times, you're gonna be all right. You just gonna be mind blown. I swear to God, too. I'm not. That's really what I got for you. You're gonna be mind. You're gonna be utterly mind blown. Just like, oh my God. Um, basically, just think that you're wrong about something. Ten of Swords. You want to think like you something you thought was right is wrong, and it's gonna blow. It might be about a certain person. Like maybe you thought a certain person was a certain way, and it's like, nope, I was wrong. Whoa, it's done. Like I don't think about that the same way. So yeah, and this is perhaps gonna happen now. See, she's the beast. Epiphany is more Ace of Swords. So this Ten of Swords is gonna happen. It's Sun in Gemini, but it's gonna happen as soon as the moon goes in Aquarius. Epiphany is like Ace of Swords. It's like, oh, this is the right way. It's dissimilar because it's a new thought, but the ace is the end. It's like conclusion. Like, oh no, this is it. All right. Zach Lanes. Happy Times Aquarius. Venus is Five of Swords. So that's another interesting card. Yeah, I should have done that. The other card that came out happy times was the Two of Cups. So this could be the end of a relationship too. It could be the end of how you think of a relationship. Zach, we actually got the Two of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a relationship that comes together fated. Like you might meet a friend and then your friend introduces you to someone who wasn't even going to show up that day, but they just decided to show up. And then boom, like, wow, I like you a lot. And they like you too. And ooh. And oh, that's really awesome. Because the Two of Cups alone would have been dope, but then Wheel of Fortune just takes it to a whole nother level. It's like you won the lottery. Oh snap! This is the Sandy. I'm planning a project I had in mind for 4 years now. I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into. What should I expect? Well, Saturn in Aqua is going to give this concrete form. So you're going to now more than ever know what you're getting into, which is the most important thing to establish. The card we have is the Hierophant. You're going to know more what you're getting into. It's going to, so right now you have the project and you're going to establish it more officially. The Hierophant is going to be, it's almost like if the project was to create a library, you might have been getting the books together, but now you have like a library set in place. It might not be a big library yet, but now it's something that gives you an idea of where you're going. So the Hierophant is like also taking a course or teaching and coming into instructed knowledge as well. It's a Taurus energy. And so this is all going to activate in 5 days as well, as soon as 5 days. Jacob Powers. Jacob, we have the 10 of Wands. We have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, okay? You're on your own, buddy. You're on your own, fam. You are on your own, bruh. Okay, sorry, you're never alone. So you're not on your own. But you're on your own for the most part, and it's not a bad thing at all. You have an idea that, other people are kind of supposed to take these wands, but it's like you might be the only one who gets your vision. But you have a grand vision. You put Scorpio sun. I'm not sure how you put that. You have a grand vision. And that grand vision is, to pave and build a huge enterprise and franchise. And so you're busy doing that. Like you can't even look forward because there's so much that one man can do. The 7 of Wands is saying, as you're building your arc, don't let these pesky motherfuckers deter you and be like, why are you building that arc? What are you talking about? There's rain. What are you doing? And just be like, get off my penis and let me get back to work. Okay. And that's what I got for you, man. Ascended Love. What's up, Ashley? Let's see what we got. Looks like you got that hot fire crack. Wow. Oh, this is wild. Yeah, you're awakening new power for sure. And your moon is in Aquarius too, and you're an Aries sun, so that makes perfect sense. Cancer rising as well. So like, oh, nice. You're awakening like the star rod. You're awakening like a wish come true. Like let's say you had a staff and you can strike that staff down once and anything you want can happen. And then you finesse it because you're totally aqua moon. You're like, oh, I want unlimited wishes. Boom. And you just get everything you ever want. But yeah, this is like unveiling a passionate new start, which, okay, if we also think the moon's gonna go into Aqua in less than 6 hours, and the sun and moon will be your sun and moon. And so this is gonna activate, boom, and it's gonna be amazing. I feel like what this wand is whatever you decide to say yes to, like whatever you create. But this is big. This is like an explosion of power that you create and generate to trounce the hate. Sharon Andrea. Gotcha. Yes! Happy birthday! That's awesome. Oh my God. Juju, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Sharon, you're amazing. I'm so glad you said he's moon in Capricorn. You said, my DM moon is in Capricorn. Any updates to do with our connection with this transit? Intercede for this man. I think because he's a love interest of yours as well. Remember how dark forces were trying to get at me so that I couldn't connect with you? Same thing as well. As a fellow Capricorn moon, we're being psychically attacked. You would have to really be a Capricorn moon or like a Scorpio to understand, but like we're being like crazy attacked. And it's all like Pluto with Jupiter with Saturn, and it's in the dark. So like unless you kind of had it, you're just gonna sound crazy explaining it. And that's the anxiety that he goes. I don't think there's anyone he could talk to about this. In some decks, there's literally like a demon here, and this is literally like a black magic card. Like this is imagination, but this is like also delusion. So this is like an anti like opposing psychic force that's getting in his way to block his connection with you. So there's a reason why you ask this. You, with your supreme power, can well this out and hold this at bay, I guess, by just continuing to pray or just sending him loving energy. And this is going to help. Only he can like get out of his anxiety, but you can kind of negate this force because you rule this force. This is a Pisces energy, but your moon's in Pisces. So you can literally kind of like suspend that so that he can connect through. That's so amazing. And yeah, I would say this is happening to every Cap moon. It's not limited to Cap moon. Like every moon sign is coming into this at some level, but you know, it's getting that Cap moons, yo. Cap suns too are aware of this, but yeah, the Cap moon is because it's the moon sign, it's not the light of the sun. So there's a lot of shady secret dynamics that only we really feel going on. And most people don't really even believe us. So here is the romance oracle card I have. Give your relationship a chance and heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. And I guess we got to be gangster too, as always. Always. And work on your partnership. Whoop. And now from air sign to air sign, Sharon, it's just these stupid dark forces that don't realize that they're about to get that work and they're about to get destroyed by what you can really do. Because all the power you had to hold back, you don't have to hold back anymore. It's like being returned to you. Divine Soul TV. Got you. That's beautiful. You're so strong. Divine Soul TV, you're so strong. No problem, Sharon. Capricorn Moon are being attacked by incubus and succubus. Yes. Oh my God. We really are. We really are. Divine Soul TV. You're so strong that this card was like boom. And we have the Nine of Swords. So this is a stunning contrast. Let's welcome Shay Nay Official to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Welcome. Thank you for joining the fam. Divine Soul TV. This is a very interesting contrast to what I pulled for Sharon, because you're the Strength card. And it's like the platform you provide attracts people or situations, or in this case, it could be someone specific to you, and you're providing the light for this individual. And this anxiety is going to be rid. Colby, you're a Pisces. It's not the same. It's not the same. I just pulled the Pisces card. But yeah, Divine Soul TV, that's just so powerful. But I got the sense that like this is just what you do. Like you just inspire people out of anxiety and depression, which is just beautiful. Oh, well, we got wedding. I pulled from the wrong deck though. We got wedding for you. The situation involves marriage. Go now. And this is hilarious because the bottom says let it go. They both have go in it. Go now. That's beautiful. Share. Oh. Wow. Go hard always. Anita City. We have you breaking through Anita City into a dream job, a peak blissful situation, and also conducting official business, especially if you're like starting a corporation or taking current work to the next level. Melanin Madre. We got the Seven of Wands and the Hierophant. Melanin, you might be either defending the status quo or fighting against it. So this could apply in both cases, but this is talking about standing up for your beliefs. It's almost like if you were going to a church, but then you have a belief that's contrary to the church, don't back down. Or this could also be you defending beliefs from this church or teachings of your own self. The message, regardless, is not backing down to whatever it is you're defending, especially tied to a belief, too, very strongly. Ruby Weiss. Nice. We have the Hierophant once again. We have the Hierophant, which so that Hierophant came with the Knight of Swords, and it could be like running back to school in reference or analogy to like rushing towards new knowledge, or after you gain knowledge, you're rushing to teach it. But I'm going to pull another one. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is also talking about financial reconstruction. Either working a job where you help people repair their finances, or you personally at current repairing your finances. So if you aren't doing well financially at the moment, it's not like you're broke, but if you're going through any troubles, this is repairing. It's like saving and long-term investments too. So I feel like with that Hierophant, it's like legitimizing your channels for wealth as well. Like cheat. Nima. Born 89 on Cap Stellium, gang. That's what's up. Well, Nima, we have the Three of Cups. Almost looks like someone's hating, though. Almost looks like someone's hating, though. It's like this is you celebrating. You're stepping into amazing celebration. But it almost looks like someone's kind of like jealous. Like, they didn't invite me. Like, it's not that serious. Like, not even that cool. Which means you must be celebrating some amazing stuff. They got some random salty. But yeah, that's really interesting. I would really focus more on the Three of Cups because that's more relevant. Like, you're going to be really celebrating. It's gonna be a party, but I see this. Ooh, did you see that? I see this as you celebrating very powerfully. You're coming like a culmination, or you just receive really good news. Especially as an Aquarius, this could probably come. Oh, that's a Venus in it's a Mercury in Cancer card. So we'll say like over the next few months, this will be activating. But we should see this come through like within the week. Let's welcome Goddess Gabriella to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this broadcast. You guys stay blessed as always, and brace and prepare for a fantastic evolution of your character and power.